Chapter 5, Qi Gathering Powder. Ahem. The white-robed elder cleared his throat and stood up. Putting his hands together, he smiled. Clan leader Xiao Zhon. The reason we came here for today is because we would like your help for something. Of course, Ji Yi, if you have any problems, just let me know. If I can help you solve it, then I definitely wouldn't dare say no. To the visiting elder, Xiao Zhon did not refuse, but since he did not know what the request was, he did not make any promises either. Leader Xiao, do you know her? Ji Yi smiled lightly and pointed to the girl next to him. I'm sorry, this girl is. Xiao Zhon looked over the girl and awkwardly shook his head. When Nailin Yangran became Yunjun's student, she was only 8. After studying in the faction of Misty Clouds for 5 years, she had changed quite a lot. Before she was only a child, but now she is a blooming teenager. Her name is Nailin Yangran. Uncle Xiao, I haven't come to pay my respect in a long time. It's my fault that you don't recognize me. Nailin Yangran sweetly said. Yangran, I heard that you've become a student under Yunjun. At the time, I thought that it was just a baseless rumor. But now I realize that it's actually true. What incredible talent you must have, Xiao Zhon complimented. It was just good luck. Smiling lightly, Nailin Yangran began to feel uncomfortable and lightly tugged Ji Yi's robe with her hand under the table. Leader Xiao, the request that I have relates to Yangran. In addition, this was assigned by our faction leader. Ji Yi kept his smile, but when he mentioned the faction leader, he subconsciously lessened his smile and his face grew serious. Like Ji Yi, Xiao Zhon stopped smiling. The faction leader of the faction of Misty Clouds was one of the most important people in the entire Jioma Empire. Xiao Zhon, who was a small clan leader, wouldn't dare to provoke her. But with her power, what would she need Xiao clan to help with? Ji Yi did say that it was related to Yangran, is it that? A wandering thought crossed Xiao Zhon's mind, causing the edge of his mouth to twitch slightly and his firm hand to start trembling. Thankfully his hands were covered by his long sleeves. Taking care to push down the thought, Xiao Zhon shakily asked. Mr. Ji Yi, please do tell me what is the faction's request. Ji Yi hesitated, but he thought about how much the faction leader adored Yangran and thus, he clenched his teeth. Leader Xiao, you know how strict the rules are in the faction. In addition, faction leader views Yangran very highly. In fact, faction leader is expecting Yangran to be the next faction leader. However, due to a special rule, future faction leaders cannot have a relation with another male before they become the official faction leader. Taking a breath, Ji Yi continued, when our faction leader asked Yangran about it, she realized that Yangran and the Xiao clan had a marriage proposal. Therefore, faction leader asks for leader Xiao to cancel this marriage. The jade cup in Xiao Zhon's hands turned into a fine mist in an instant. In the main hall, everyone was silent. The 3 clan elders were shocked by Ji Yi's words, but soon afterwards, the elders glanced at Xiao Zhon with plain glee and ridicule. How will you respond to this? The 3 elders thought sinisterly. A couple of the younger kids didn't know about the set marriage between Xiao Yang and Nailin Yangran. But after asking their parents about it, their faces brightened. Their glances towards Xiao Yang were full of ridicule and distaste. Looking at Xiao Zhon's dark face, Nailin Yangran lowered her head and squeezed her fingers together. Leader Xiao, I know that this request is a little over the top, but because faction leader requested it, please cancel the marriage. Helplessly letting out a breath, Ji Yi lightly whispered to Xiao Zhon. Xiao Zhon's hands curled into fists. A faint green dough chi slowly creeped over his body and finally, it formed an illusory lion's head in front of Xiao Zhan's face. Xiao Clan's secret qi method, Furious Lion's Rage. Level, Middle Xian. Looking at Xiao Zhan's reaction, Ji Yi's face became serious. He moved to place Yang Ran behind him, and within his eagle claw-like hands a green Dou Qi gathered. The Dou Qi released small, but sharp illusory swords. Faction of Misty Cloud's Qi method, Greenwood Sword. Level, Low Xian. With the release of Dou Qi, the weaker youngsters within the main hall became pale and felt their chests tighten. When Xiao Zhan's breathing became more intense, the three elders yelled out. Their voices were like lightning that swept through the hall. Xiao Zhan, stop. Don't forget, you're the clan leader of Xiao Clan. Xiao Zhan stiffened and the Dou Qi on his body disappeared slowly. Xiao Zhan fell back into his chair and emotionlessly watched the lowered head of Yang Ran. Finally, he said in a raspy tone, Nailan, you have some guts. With such a daughter, I'm really envious of Nailan Su. Nailan Yang Ran twitched, Uncle Xiao. No. Call me clan leader Xiao from now on. I don't deserve to be called uncle, you're the future faction leader of the faction of Misty Clouds. In the future, you're probably one of the most important people in Dou Qi mainland. My Xiao Yang only has modest talent, he doesn't deserve you. Thank you clan leader Xiao. Hearing Xiao Zhan's words, Ji Yi's face brightened. Apologizing, he says. Clan leader Xiao, faction leader understands that today's request is quite disrespectful. Therefore, she asked me to bring something. Please accept it as an apology from our faction leader. Ji Yi touched a ring on his hand and suddenly a completely pan-green jade box appeared in his hand. Carefully opening the box, a fragrance swept through the entire main hall. Anyone who smelled it felt relaxed. The three elders' curiosity got the better of them and they poked their head to see the contents of the box, qi gathering powder.